Hello. So today I'm going to be reflecting on B2 90 minutes general English class formed by 6 students, all of them Spanish, 2 boys and 4 girls, all of them with a very good level of English, willing to improve as much as they can. So in this class I have students that are better than the other ones. I have some students that are a bit afraid of speaking, and I think this is because they don't have too much vocabulary, or perhaps they don't know how to use different structures, and I have other students that are willing to talk about everything, even though they make some mistakes in terms of grammar or vocabulary, but they are very happy to be corrected and to learn as much as they can. Today, in this presentation, I'll try to present a bit one of my lessons. So the linguistic objective of the lesson that I'm going to talk about were to express regrets and feelings using structures after wish. So either you say that something annoys you using wish plus would or wouldn't. Either you regret something, you talk about a regret that you have in the present, or you had in the past, using wish plus past simple or present or past perfect. Sorry. So in order to do this, we read a text about people's regrets, and we try to take out all the structures that we find out there, as well as we read some tweets of annoying habits that people have, and try to reflect a bit on this. After all the reading, I asked my students to look a bit at the structures that they saw in the text, and try to give me some example of their own when talking about this kind of structure. So I asked them to relate the annoying habits and the regrets to their own personal life, encourage them to speak about this, and say what they would do in different situations, and how would they manage this kind of structures. They responded very well. They talked to each other, they talked to me, they started to tell different story about what they like, what they don't like. For example, one of my students said that is very annoyed when his father changes the DVDs. They don't put the DVDs in this place. So this is like something I wish my dad wouldn't change the places of the DVD. This was one of the example they gave me, and I think they did a very good job. In order to better understand this kind of structures, we moved to the grammar part that the book that we work with has, and we try to solve the exercises individually and then give a feedback as a group. I noticed that they understood very well this structure, because they were able to give me more example of their own, and when I asked them to have speaking in a conversation role play, for example, they were able to use this kind of structure, and they were able to express their regrets about something using the structure with wish plus past simple or past perfect. As for the communicative objective, because we were talking about feelings and things that annoys us. I thought that was a very good idea to talk about how to express our feelings using ed and ing adjectives. So we started to make a connection between the adjectives and the structure we wish, and I realized that they have some problems when pronouncing the ed from regular verbs, and in this case from the adjectives. So what I try to do, I try to give them more example about ed adjectives and tell them how to pronounce the ending. Try to explain them the difference between the pronunciation of it, so that they can see exactly and follow my lead, let's say. What I didn't do in this case, and I think this is one of my weakness, or was one of my weaknesses in this lesson, was that I didn't put on the board this kind of presentation about the pronunciation. And I think, or I show them the flashcard that I have with this, and I ask them to pronunciate in order to see the difference between them, but I didn't let it on the board as much as they wanted, or as much as they thought they would think that they will help them, or something like this. So I think, yes, I should have let it on the board until the end of the class, and in this way help them to have a better pronunciation in this case. After that, what I did was to engage them in a conversation and ask them to use what we had seen in this lesson. Per se, the structures after wish and expressing feeling using this kind of adjectives. I divided them into small groups and asked them to talk about different situation when they had to do something and then regret it, or when somebody did something that annoyed them. And I divided weaker students. I put weaker students with stronger students, and listen to what they had to say, making some noise, and after the like about 5 minutes of changing ideas, I stopped them and I asked them to present everything to the class, and I gave them some feedback. So yes, I think overall it was a very good class with very good feedback from the students, because they said that they now know how to use this kind of structures, and they have a little bit clearer when to use ed adjectives and when to use ing adjectives. So even though I think that I had to improve something in my plannings, I think that yes, it was quite a good class. So thank you.